this should be a pretty interesting matchup because I have brought out the tulip glass, which I absolutely love. I got it at Raleigh Beer Week last year, and we drink a lot of beers out of it. That's why you see it a lot on this show. It's because, to me, 99% of beers taste great out of this glass. I have recently switched over to the Teku for my IPAs, though, because I think there's a difference. But as I'm starting to see, maybe this doesn't apply to all beers, but we'll see. The beer I've got is Jade IPA from Foothills Brewing. It is a fantastic IPA, and I highly recommend it to anybody that can get their hands onto it. All right, here we go. And one of the reasons I love this beer, I open it and I smell it like immediately. That's excitement. I have to say, one of the things that I do love about IPAs is how they smell. It is just such a clean, citrusy, pine smell. It just, to me, it reminds me of North Carolina and taking bubble baths, and that's just wonderful. Just great things. Anyhow, back to the beer. So the first thing I noticed looking back over here is I've still got plenty of head over here, and in my tulip, it's gone. Like, poosh, gone. I will say, if I do pour, again, full bottles into either of these glasses, what you will see is a much thicker head, especially in the Teku, but also to an extent with the tulip. And this isn't like a super strong tulip. I do realize that, but it's not a sniffer either. But both of them are kind of dissipating at their own little pace. Oh yeah, let's see if there's any difference in how they smell. So for this one, it's nothing but delicious hop character. I don't pick out any particular type of hop like we have in some of the other beers that I've had in the past, especially like Mosaic. You guys know I love Mosaic hops. This is definitely a lot more like citrusy. If I had to guess, I'd go with Citra and Cascade and maybe something else. But it smells really good. It's got like mostly delicious hop taste, or smell rather, and like that little bit of like dirty thing that I occasionally pick up with some IPAs that I still don't quite know what that's coming from yet. I'm working on it, but it smells really good. Smells exactly the way it's supposed to. All right, over to my tulip. This one, the smell is the same. It's just not as apparent. It's not as strong. And I feel like with these two glasses, you know, I feel like I tried to pour a similar amount, and you can tell like from here up, like I'm not having to like go in deeper. Whereas some of the other glasses, like, you know, I got to get my nose in there to get anything. But to me, they smell pretty similar. This one's got a little bit of that more like dirt smell than the citrus. So far, I do like the aromatics still better out of this one, but this one is holding up just fine next to it. So we taste them. It's smooth, it's wonderful, it's citrusy, it's everything it's supposed to taste like. A little bit of that dirt taste. I almost wonder if my beers are actually a little too warm, oddly enough. But it tastes great, it really does. So far so good. This is how I expect this beer to taste. This one tastes different, but it doesn't taste like massively different, but it's just like a different, it's like instead of like hitting one note, it hits a different note, but they're both really good notes. Like I'm actually a little bit torn because like I feel like this one tastes more the way I expect it to, whereas this one tastes better because I prefer this particular flavor profile. Like, it's like two sides of the same coin almost. Like, they're both really good, but they're just slightly different. Like, that's the only way I can really describe that to you. So it's making me feel better about having all these beers out of a tulip glass. I feel like the tulip glass, you know, this is the most similar of the glasses that we've tried in terms of like shape to the Teku. I guess my biggest thing is like, if I'm going to be drinking more IPAs, what glass am I going to grab? And I don't know. Like, I'm a little like on the fence about it. Like, this is one of those few things where I'm like, obviously the Teku was invented for a reason. And I wish I knew more about, you know, sort of that thought process. I don't know, this is like the first one where I'm like, they're like neck and neck. Like, they're not the same, but they're both wonderful. So I would say use what you've got. If you love drinking IPAs and you're drinking them out of a tulip, then you don't need to maybe worry about buying a Teku. But if you drink the Gozas like we had with Westbrook, for the love of God, please get a Teku. Your life will be much improved. We'll see how it goes with some of the other beers, and yeah, thanks again for watching. I'm just gonna drink one beer from 2 glasses. See you next time. Thanks again for watching BeerFork. I'm Melanie. We would love for you to subscribe so you can continue checking out our beer reviews and see what we're drinking. If you've got something to say about this particular episode, please like or comment below. If you want to see more of what we're drinking off air, we're also on Untappd, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and they're all a little bit different. And if you want to watch more right now, check out these 2 episodes over here. We've got our most recent episode and a random episode just for you.